What's going on, peeps? Derek back bringing you another random review. What I got for you guys today is another film from Wild Eye releasing that I just watched. And let's get into this one. What I got for you guys today is a film that was, I believe this was a 2012 film. I know this actually had an indie release before this, before Wild Eye picked it up. And I heard a lot of good things about this from my circle of reviewers and friends in my circle who actually own this indie release. And I was actually excited when Wild Eye announced this, and they actually sent it to me to review. So I'm very stoked because it's a film that I've been hearing a lot of good things about. And from what I heard about it, it sounded like it was up my alley. And it goes by the title of Swamphead. Look at that cover art. I always love the Wild Eye cover arts. This film is directed by dual directors Dustin Drover and Justin Prop. And I'm not really sure if they've done anything else. I could be wrong. So look them up and stuff and let me know if they've done any other films, because I got a lot of good things to say about this one. The main plot of this one, we're introduced to our main teenagers in this film, Steve and Marty. That's their two best friends. They're traveling along the road. They stumble on Marty's neighbor actually was murdered in his pool last night. And Steve investigates around the area and stuff after the cops leave. He actually finds this really old, ancient dagger in the ground. And what we realize, we later find out that I'll get into a little more about that later. Then Steve and Marty plan to go out with camping with Steve's girlfriend, Megan, who has a mentally challenged brother named Han. And also she invites her friend Natasha along for the ride and stuff. Marty actually likes Natasha and he's trying to get to know her, but she's not having it because he's kind of the stereotypical overweight kid in this film, if you know what I'm saying, kind of Chunk from the Goonies, that kind of stereotypical. And what happens is they meet this other guy. It's in the woods, and he's studying the area, and he tells them this legend of this old Nordic warrior. That's the way I would describe the way he looks in the flashback scene. And this Nordic warrior actually had his head chopped off by these Indians with this same dagger that Steve found in the Marty's neighbor's backyard. And what they don't know, and the legend has it, that this dagger actually keeps this head at bay. The head's cursed. If the dagger is removed, it will bring the head back to life, and it does. And that's what you find out, because there's actually scenes before you know that the head is alive, and it actually killed Marty's neighbor, and it's going after blood and stuff. And it's pretty much them trying to survive against this floating head that's killing everyone. That's pretty much the main plot of the film. I know it's kind of not my thoughts on it. From what I described from this plot, this movie's kind of very far out there, but it has a wicked 80s feel to it, and it's really has the 80s heart to it. Justin Drover and Justin Pop, they really did a great job capturing 80s feel. Now, I'll get into one minor thing that kind of grossed me out about this film. The mentally challenged character Han, He has like a lot of like what do I want to call it. He craps himself a lot in the film, and he actually plays with his crap. It's kind of gross. Like, if you've seen like any of my earlier reviews, like I reviewed Solo, and poop makes me really gag and stuff. So I was like gagging during those parts. It's kind of nasty. I just wanted to warn you that about this film. There's a lot of like nasty like stuff that goes on, but it does have like a '80s feel to it too, and like there's actually a really great '80s montage scene with this awesome like '80s song playing in the background. It's pretty awesome. Like, and now the effects. There's a lot of like blood spray and gore in this film, which I really loved because I wasn't expecting it. Because I was expecting like this like a low budget like cheese fest, but it has some awesome like gore effects. So now the head itself, it's not really like it is on the cover. That is pretty much the cheesiest effect in the film, but it works because it's what they got, and it's really like well done. Like when it's attacking people, and they when they use in scenes and stuff, it really does like they use just enough in most scenes. There's maybe like two or three scenes I think they use the head too much in the film, and it kind of looks fake, but it's kind of funny at the same time because there was a lot of like '80s films where these like things happened in it too, and it was really well fun, and there's some good like laughs in this one. This is a film you watch with your buddies and stuff. It's really fun. I rewatched this twice before I reviewed it. I had a blast watching this one. It's really fun, and I just love the effects, and the soundtrack's really good too. It has like I my previous film that I reviewed. It has an awesome like synth score and stuff. But this synth score goes like those like '80s like cheese synth scores, you know. So you know what you get into when you hear the score. It has like that poppy like '80s cheese like slasher genre like cheese scores. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's really well done, and even though the acting's not really the greatest in the world, all the characters I really liked in this film, and it really worked for like the low budgetness of the film and the indie feel and the setting in the swamp area with this backwoods and stuff. It was really well done, and yeah, I really had fun with this. I highly recommend this film. It's probably one of the best Wild Eye releases I have seen so far. If I had to rate like Swamphead for myself personally, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's really well done, and it's a blast, and it brings you back to like those good old days of watching like these controversial like '80s titles that people mostly not see, like Street Trash or like all those like like the gross out ones. It's kind of like, yeah, it's really well, yeah. I can't say enough about this film. I could go on and on about it. Highly recommend Swamphead. Awesome flick. 8 out of 10. Pick it up. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoy it. I know it was kind of like going back and forth with that one because it's an awesome film, and I really wanted to tell you like more about it and stuff, but I don't want to spoil it for you at the same time. Check it out. It's an awesome film. I'll see you in the next review. Peace out.